So in the game, e4 was played by the opponent. Arav plays e5. Arav is 1149. Now d4.
Center
Do you-
game.
Yeah, but where will it lead to?
It's like
After pawn takes, what will white usually do?
queen takes.
Then it's better for black, right? I mean,
Pawn
you
takes
get-
knight f3.
No,
That's
the
what
people who play this usually they do this to play Danish gambit, to play c3,
But what
and then
about the
takes
Danish
bishop
something
c4,
we
takes
don't-
bishop b2.
But sir, what
Yeah.
about knight f3?
Oh, you mean without taking back directly knight f3?
c5?
So I'll hold on to the pawn. How will you get back the pawn? You'll have to give up c3. You'll have to play c3 and play one pawn down. You have active pieces. That is one way to play. But if you're not going to do that, then this doesn't make much sense. If you're going to play queen takes pawn, this has to be better for black because the knight comes out with tempo, which Arav does. So this is now good for black. White's opening advantage is kind of gone because of this choice. Now knight f6 by
I
Arav.
thought queen takes was the main move for the queen center game.
No. If you're playing center game, you have to either play c3, give up a pawn and be active,
That's where the opponent game.
or play the Danish gambit where you give 2 pawns and get 2 nice bishops.
Sir,
Yes.
then why is Scandi good but this is not good? Scandi.
Huh. So in this candy, you are at least removing one of white's center pawns. Here, let's see.
Black has the D pawn.
Hmm.
White has the E pawn.
So let's see. In the Scandinavian, what's the difference? e4, d5 takes, queen takes, knight back. Scandi is not good. If you give Scandinavian position to the computer, it'll say like 0.7, 0.8. So white is already like way better in the opening. That's why you won't see it at the top level. People don't play the Scandinavian at the top level because you're giving tempo to the
So then
opponent.
why is that advised for beginners?
Because for beginners, even if you give some advantage to the opponent, it's not like game will be over because of that. At the top level, if you give a good position out of the opening, the game is pretty much over. So the advantage that you give is not as important when your level is a little lower or lower. At the top, it matters. So anyway, so this is now equal, I would say. Like black is not worse, white is not better. White had an advantage in the opening, now it's gone. Knight f6, bishop to b4. Bishop to b5. What should we do here, guys? Because there is a threat of takes, right? So should we be worried about it or should we not be? Hello, Shrenik. Try to focus. Your focus is as little as like 2 seconds. When something else happens, focus is gone. Try to focus on one thing.
Sir, I think it's fine to take the E pawn.
It's fine for black.
Yeah.
So, okay, I meant it the other way. So basically, should we take the pawn right now? You're saying take the pawn.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not worried about takes, queen takes, or when white takes, black will take with a b pawn. Shreni,
No.
please sit down.
There's a D pawn.
With the d pawn. So queen takes is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Anybody else who's decided? Prayan, focus properly. Will you take the pawn for free if you're black? Is it a free pawn?
Yes, sir, I'll take.
Okay. Yeah, it is a free pawn. We have nothing to be afraid of. Bishop takes, we can even take with the b pawn. Because then you can play d5. And queen e2, we always have.
Queen E7.
Yeah, queen e7 is always a don't play d5. Then f3 wins the piece. Right? So taking the pawn would have been the right choice, but okay, Arav plays bishop c5, which is okay.
Because
Now,
I think he is trying knight. It takes E4 now.
now opponent plays bishop takes, and now b takes. Because if you take with the d pawn, you can't castle. So Arav doesn't want that.
Fake castling.
But why get into that position? Why go into slight discomfort? You can play d5 now, right? So it's
You
good.
can just move your king to E7, get the rook to E8, then move your king to F8.
So why do you need to spend so much time on just castling when you can just take with the b pawn and play d5 and castle in one go? Is castling in 3 moves better than castling in 1 move? So try to understand things, Kavish. Huh?
But even the queens got exchanged.
So that's better for you if for opponent not. You are wasting 3 moves for castling and opponent is worse, is it?
We'll say that double check.
You're already thinking exchange of queens is good for me. You're already assuming that I want to exchange queens. That should not be the case. You have to treat the position objectively. Not like exchange every time you get an exchange of queens, do it. So here, black should be taking the pawn now, right? After takes. Now what does white do? White defends the pawn with f3. Is it a good move, Aditya?
No.
Because
Sir, it opened up.
yeah, opens up the king. So never play f3. f3 is almost 90% of the time a bad move
Knight c3.
because yeah, knight c3 was there to defend the pawn. There was no need to play f3. Now
So
Arav
can't
plays.
you play knight takes pawn?
Now knight takes pawn.
So then f takes queen h4.
Ah, nice, nice. This is like in the opening when e4, e5, knight f3. When black plays f6, that sacrifice works. Here does it work? Let's calculate. Takes, queen h4. Is
So you
that
can't play.
if you play g3, queen takes pawn and you no, you don't get the because queen e2. So knight takes pawn, pawn takes back, queen h4, g3. What will you do?
And take the pawn.
Queen e2.
And I take the
And then call the arbiter.
Oh.
So things are different. It's not like in that position. So you'll get 2 pawns, but you will be giving up a piece. So is it worth it? It's not worth it. You've got such a nice position with black. White cannot castle.
Castle then play.
Yeah. No. Castle and then play knight takes. Then white will defend. No. By the time knight will be already on e2 or knight c3. Okay. So here Arav just plays simple moves. Bishop a6. Good move. Now both the bishops are active.
Castle
Good
is
move.
not allowed.
Yeah, even before it was not, but now it's double not allowed. And here b3 was played by
No, only no castle.
yeah.
Like the
And here this was like a when you play a lot, you will experience this. You make a blunder, you don't realize it. Your opponent also doesn't realize it. It's like a very simple blunder. Both of you overlook it because it's so simple that our brain doesn't see it. And Arav played bishop d4 here.
I don't get the blunder. Queen takes c3. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Opponent also missed it. He played c3. Opponent played c3, missing the free
That I
piece.
realized I'd be like.
Yeah. So bishop went back to b6, and now c4. Now should we come back? Of course not. Okay. Now another question. Question to Kavish, our exchange master. Should we exchange the knight here? Bishop takes knight. What's your recommendation?
White would probably castle that's it because the f3 pawn's open. So it would help develop the rook better.
So yes or no? Is it a good move? No, we shouldn't play bishop takes knight. How many of you are saying it's okay to play bishop takes knight? Nobody? Everyone's saying it's bad. Okay, it is bad. The bishop is so good. So you don't need to like exchange it and stop this side castling. You're anyway stopping it like with this bishop. And he can't castle anytime soon. And king is open. Even if he castles after queen e2, bishop e3 and castles.
There's a queen will come in.
Yeah, so it's not safe for the king anyway. So bishop takes knight, rook takes. Rook is not that developed really. It's same as h1 on g1.
So
But
queen
your
e2
bishop-
is d5.
d5.
Oh,
After like let's say black castles and I play queen e2, then d5.
yeah.
I take.
Bishop takes queen.
Oh, okay. Good one. So d5 will put pressure. I'll defend it with knight d2. Game goes on. But yeah, anyway, so he took the knight. Not a bad decision, but it becomes equal after this because the bishop was stopping king from castling. It was a good piece. So after bishop takes, rook takes. Now Arav castles. White will of course try to castle long.
So
Yes,
now there's no bishop stopping king, but king can't castle.
king can castle this side. Yeah.
Sir, but it's one side. Like every pawn is like open.
Yeah, but it's better than being in the center, na? I mean, rook e8 will come. So you got to castle fast. So he plays bishop g5.
Okay.
Bishop b2 would have been a good diagonal. Correct.
E5.
The bishop b2 would have been a nice place and the king would be a bit safer if bishop b2 was there. But okay, bishop g5 by the opponent.
H6.
h6, automatic. Takes.
Why did he take?
Yeah, if he goes back. Yeah,
Then he can also play e5.
yeah, so he should have gone
He,
back.
he
He
can
should
play
have-
queen e2.
Yeah,
no,
of course the bishop should have stayed back. Right?
He can play king f2, rook e1, e5.
Why do you need to play king f2 and all for e5?
Because then rook e1 pins the.
Now
Okay.
we play 92. Yes, sir. We have to play 92.
But if you play king, okay, let's move on. So after takes, now black is again better because the bishop was good. He exchanged it.
And the
Queen's active and rook is hanging. So that means the only move. I mean, there are two options.
Knight D2.
Yeah. Which is better, knight d2 or knight d3? Shrika, where would you put your knight?
Knight D2.
Yeah, knight d2 is better. Here there is no future for the knight. So knight d2. Now a big question to everybody. What will you play for black? You have a better position. You have a safer king. What's the next step? What do you do?
Queen H4.
Okay. Anyone else who's decided? You agree? Okay. Aditya?
Rook E8.
Rook e8. Neerav?
Which H4?
Okay.
Which rook
F,
E8?
F rook, na? Yeah. Okay. Let me just check if Queen h4 is the best move. I feel like I will play something else. Okay. Yeah, Queen h4 is not the best move. Queen h4 is the most natural move. It gives you an advantage. You're getting a pawn. Yeah.
You're
But there's
getting
something
2
much
pawns.
strong. How will you get 2 pawns?
After Queen H4, what is
G3.
White takes.
King f1.
So why G3?
Oh.
Because I want to castle here after some time. That's
But
why.
then after King F1, the king is very unsafe.
Yeah, it is unsafe, but would I rather lose 2 pawns and have an active queen c1 g2? Probably not. So it is good. You will win a pawn at least, but there's something much stronger. That's
So
what
yeah,
that move is what we have to find. Huh?
Sir, even if you move to rook
What?
F1,
So then you
still
could
get
get
pawn and
D5.
Sir, Queen
Huh.
E4.
Queen d4, attacking the rook. I'll move the rook to f4. I mean, a better move. You have to see that move. Once you see that move, you will be able to understand the position much better. Like what?
Sir, D5.
Yeah, d5. You don't need to
Sir, I'm
prepare
starting
it.
rookie.
Yeah, you don't need all that. When the king is in the center, open the position. Don't prepare the opening. Just open it. Why are you worried about a pawn? Even if you're losing a pawn, let's say. How does it matter? Your bishop is opening up. Rook is coming to the open file. The whole position opens up now. So you're not even losing the pawn, right? d5 takes. Yeah, you will lose a pawn, but the files opens up.
In
Diagonal
fact,
opens
after
up.
this Queen E5 check and wins back the
Yes,
pawn.
sir.
Yeah. That means you have to see d5 before. Now don't be like, yeah. You have to see it before. Open the position. Some of you are thinking about it, but you're like, I don't want to lose the pawn. No, it doesn't matter.
No.
One pawn doesn't change the valuation.
I was calculating what was this one after that.
Anyway, so in the game, d5 didn't happen, which is it's a tough move.
Hello,
He
good
played the
afternoon,
natural
chess
move,
class.
queen to h4.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, king to e2. He didn't want to play g3. Now do we take the h pawn? Yeah. Now do we take the h pawn? Arav, what is your recommendation?
Yes.
Okay, anybody who disagrees with Arav? Yes, Shanik.
So D5.
Yeah, now d5 is much stronger now. Now why is saying queen takes pawn? Not just him, everybody else who agreed with him. Just now, 1 minute back, I told you d5 is strong. Now it became weak, is it? It is even more stronger now with the bishop and the king on the same diagonal. Now you're not even losing a pawn. You're putting pressure on everything. So taking the pawn is good. You're attacking the rook. Great. But d5 just opens the position. You still don't what is the value that move enough.
Supported by the queen.
What's supported by the
The
queen?
rook is supported by the queen, not in
Ah, okay, fine. So you win a pawn. Your queen is a little active, but queen is going a little far away also. So d5. d5 is the way to kill the game. Anyway, so queen takes pawn. Rook came to c1. He did this. Rook came to c1.
No, two.
Still d5. Still d5. If you play d5, it is like minus 2.1. The move you played rook e8 is 1.4, minus 1.3.
So after King E2, what did Black play?
Black took the pawn.
Then after Rook C1?
Rook e8.
Oh, okay.
And now rook to c3. Again, the
Still d5.
evaluation goes to black being winning because of d5. And finally, he had prepared it. Now he's gonna play it.
Sir, now we got
And
both the
now-
pawns taking off the pawn.
Yeah. It's everything is kind of under pressure.
Gone.
It's not like there's a threat right now. Takes, knight takes. Takes also knight takes. So there's no threat right now.
So why do
But
you
one-
take the knight, sir?
So you want to take with the pawn.
Sir, because then you do F5.
F5, huh? Okay. So takes. Yeah, good point. Yeah. So there's still no like clear way to victory for black. It's not like white's lost. But can you not make noise, Pika? But rook d8 and the position becomes, with every move, the position is getting better and better for black. So
rook d8 then takes
yeah.
Or
So
you just push.
here opponent played knight f1, kicking the queen away.
Queen takes
Sir,
rook.
rook.
Queen takes rook. Queen takes
Yeah.
rook.
Yeah. Our 1149 Arav did not see the free rook. Are you playing too fast? What's happening?
Sir, you wanted a bishop.
Yeah, all of the people here have never missed a win.
Sir,
If a
I never
piece
said
is-
anything, sir.
Yeah, you never missed a free rook in your
No,
whole
sir,
life.
I didn't say.
No, I'm
didn't
saying
go.
Kavish and especially Neerav. You have never missed anything in your whole life. So the whole point of seeing this is to learn from it, not to react on the person who played. So Queen went to e5, missing the free rook. So we had two blind spots in the game. One was in the beginning when opponent would have taken the bishop for free. This one for Arav who didn't see the free rook. And now Queen went to e5. Is white somewhat okay now? Is it okay? No? What's the problem? What is the evaluation you'll give Ved? If you are a computer, what is the eval for this position? Material is equal, right? No, 1 pawn up for, 1 pawn up for Arav. What is your evaluation with? Ved is trying to remember what decimals are, how computer tells numbers. Are you okay? Minus 1.3. So better for black, like close to a winning advantage, but better. Much better for black. Not winning, but better. Aditya, what's your number?
-2.
-2. Simple. Just a whole number. What about Prayan?
Sir, -1.5.
Minus 1. Anybody saying more than -3?
No.
No, it's not winning advantage for black. Just like black is better.
Minus 2.0538.
Okay. All right. Guess what the computer's evaluation is.
-1.78.
Let me just check the move also. because I'm
Sir,
not-
-69.
the moves are not shown here.
-420.
Minus 4.5. Like black is completely winning. Yeah, so try to see why. Instead of try to see why. What is the reason computer is saying minus 4.5? What?
F5.
Huh?
F5.
F5. Let me check. Yeah, F5 is the best move. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
F5 putting more pressure on E4. So basically king is not safe. That's the problem in the position.
So what did white do for rook AB8?
What's the threat though? What does it do?
Well, there's rook takes b3.
Huh? Pawn takes
Oh,
rook.
so
Or rook takes rook.
yeah, for rook takes and then bishop takes.
Okay, bishop take. Okay. Anyway, so in the game, after queen d3, it feels like now, of course, with the engine itself, you can see black is better. But now it feels like while playing, white is somewhat okay because the queen has come to defend. King is somewhat safe. The knight has knight e3. You can see it jumping to f5 also in the future. So somewhat white has played well to get back in the game. f5 is hard. In the game, the most natural move was played by Arav. Pawn takes pawn, opening up more space because now the rook can also come in. So now it's minus 2.5. Black is like close to winning. Which rook should come to d8, Shrenik? Yeah. Arav plays rook e d8. The e rook was already good. It was already good. You have f5. It is on a good file. Maybe Arav thought he needs this rook on the b file. So this rook belongs on the d file, which is also fine. Aditya doesn't agree. Okay. Rook d8. Now opponent makes a move which is a crime.
Crime?
Yeah. When you have a tough position, you cannot afford to you have to somehow defend. Hold on. He played f4. What happened?
Sir,
So what is the big problem, Aditya? What warranted that reaction from you?
Sir, because after rook takes queen,
Pawn takes queen.
sir, I take your rook.
You take your rook. So you're winning a rook.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So what answer the crime, sir?
Losing a rook there.
You have to hold on. You're already in a tough position. So
Sir,
I didn't even see the free rook. I did not calculate that. It feels like you're opening your king more. Like even if I choose to like let's say move my queen away,
Take.
it's still much better for there's queen h5.
Yes, sir.
But then g4, queen h.
Sir,
No,
what
queen h2
kind
is
of
not.
Sir,
there.
was it
actually
credit card fraud?
Okay. Now yes.
Sir, in the game,
RS.
sir, in the game, I actually took. Then he put g3. Then I took with the rook, and then he took my queen, and then I took. The
So that means you missed this rook takes queen simple move. You win a rook. That you have to calculate. When you have options, you have to calculate both.
Yes.
So he took queen takes pawn, missing the free rook.
Oh my.
Yeah, Prayan has never missed a free rook in his life.
Sir.
Yeah. Queen takes pawn. G3. Now do we take the queen? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's still there, yeah. Now he takes it. Not too late. Opponent fell for it and now queen takes.
Yahoo!
Sorry, rook takes it. That means it's a full rook up for Arav. We don't need to see the rest of the game.
Why?
I mean, okay, let's go quickly. Knight d2.
I want to see him torture his opponent.
Okay, he's just exchanging off.
I like
Knight takes,
torturing
rook
people.
takes. Mm-hmm.
I like finishing them off one go.
Rook e8,
I like torturing them.
e5.
Like.
If you want to see them, then please be quiet.
F6.
Yeah, f6, okay, good. King d3. Prayan, can you be quiet? There's a free pawn, why not take it? c5. It's focusing fully on the e pawn. Takes. Rook moves to d8. King e4.
Oh, it's check right.
Where is checkmate? Just randomly saying things, hoping it will work.
Sir, it was.
That's called hope. What check?
Move before.
You said it was a checkmate. It's going to be checkmate instead.
Check.
Uh huh.
And you can't take the
Rook c4.
Mamu.
Should the king go up to f5?
No.
Why not?
Sir, e5, sir.
Yeah, because f5 is worse than e5. He's simply saying no, just like that.
Sir, it's better to be in the center.
Yeah, right.
Sir.
So should we go to e5?
No.
Okay. We should not go to f5. Okay, alright. Fine. So f5 is better because you are anyway targeting g7.
E5. Rook D5.
King e6.
Rook E4.
Checkmate. Yeah. So king e5, rook d5, it's forced checkmate in two moves.
There you go.
King f5, it's not forced checkmate. Rook d5, king can go to g4.
I found it.
Or g6.
Found the hidden treasure.
Anyway, so he went back to f3 though. Let's
Sir, how
go.
can I? Oh.
Before he went to
Sir,
f3.
that is
F-
some.
H5 really?
Sir,
What happened, Nirav? Calmness.
Sir, in F5,
If the king has gone to f5, what's the problem?
then rook to
d5, king g4,
then rook to G5.
rook to g5.
So
What
the
is-
pawn can't take.
Pawn can't take
Rook
it.
is played.
And rook takes rook, yeah? Okay, good, well spotted. So he went to f3 anyway. And here Aryan played a questionable move, h5.
takes.
This rook takes g7 is coming now. Why allow that? I mean, you're upper rook, yes. Why make a quiet move? I don't get that.
Sir,
Oh, he's trying to cover this square, is it? He's trying to play rook check. The rook check. He's trying to not let the king come there. Okay. So anyway, opponent took the pawn. Still winning.
take that pawn.
It's a check. King h8. Yeah, he takes. No, he doesn't take. He comes back. Now the rook jumps in. The king goes to e2.
And sound resignation.
Rook goes. Aditya, don't say random things unnecessarily. f7. What do you do? Let's ask Nirav. If you are black, what do you do, Nirav?
So,
First you decide, then start talking. No? You're already like halfway into the answer and then you're thinking. Nirav, I'm sorry. Srinik, I'm asking only Nirav. You need to not raise hands.
Aditya, you don't have to raise hands.
Aditya, no need to raise hands. You hasn't seen it. Let me ask Kavish.
rook takes pawn F4.
Yeah, simple. Rook takes pawn and no other move. There's no other way to stop the pawn. But
Sir, rook takes pawn.
If you plays F1,
yeah, rook. So there's no. At least you have to give up your rook for the queen, na? When that happens, if you don't.
No,
have,
then it's a rook endgame.
yeah. So would you rather lose to a queen?
No, sir. Instead, there's rook. There's rook e4.
Rook e4, king d2,
Then there's rook d4.
king c2.
Then there's rook d8.
so instead of that, we
Okay, so after rook to e4,
probably D3.
I can't play d3. Rook is here.
Oh yeah.
That's a very nice solution, Srikanth. Well done. So that is a very nice way to stop the pawn completely. Rook e4. If I go here, you will take and take. So I'll have to go here, check, and come back. Well done, well done. That's brilliant. So I thought there's no other way to play it other than rook takes pawn, but this is great. So in the game, he played rook takes pawn, king moved to d3, rook took the pawn, white got rook g8, king moves and queens, and takes. So a rook endgame with 4 pawns extra. It's still winning for Arab, but because of this h5, he allowed all this counter play. So instead of that, he should just defend the pawn and then there's no play for the opponent. Now opponent has got chances. Let's see what happened. He pushes the pawn. Rook comes to f4. Do we push the pawn with? What should black do here?
We should not push the pawn.
We should not push the pawn because of?
So we
Okay,
should-
anybody who was saying we should push the pawn? 2 people. You all just said no. Now in 1 second you want to say yes, is it? So 2 people are saying,
Yes.
Srikanth, why should we push the pawn?
So push the pawn.
Rook h4,
Rook h4, king moves.
rook takes.
Then rook a3.
Exactly. So this is the advantage of those who calculate. Those who are just playing lazily, na, they'll just see one move ahead. Push, rook moves, pawn gone, so don't push. Those who calculate that extra move will be able to play much better. So that is why we have to calculate in every position as far as possible. So pushing the pawn is the best decision. Let's see if Ara was able to make that decision. He did. Whether he didn't see rook h4 or whether he calculated far ahead, that we will see. Rook h4 check happened. King moves. Opponent did not fall for rook takes pawn. Opponent just moved the king to c3. Now what do we do here, Aditya?
Push the pawn.
Yeah, push the pawn. But Arrow plays rook check. He doesn't want the pawn to go to the second line. King moves. Rook moves to f3. Rook goes back. King comes in. Rook g8. King comes to h4. Rook check. King comes in. Yeah, this is perfect play. The king is just focusing on that pawn, and that's what he should do. King comes. h2 or king g2? What do we do?
King G2.
There is a very easy win if you play this move. It will be an easy win. King g2 is there. Pawn h2 is also there, but there's something else.
So rook f4.
King moves to c5.
Then rook h4.
Yeah, rook f4, rook h4. Once you shield your pawn, it's over. So king g2 is there, but rook f4, rook h4 is also much similar. But okay, he plays h2. King comes in. Actually, you can even play king g2, rook check. You can block with the rook. That's also fine. King comes in. King g2. Now with rook check, you block the check. Right? King comes in. Do we promote with? Should black promote here?
No.
Because rook takes, and we're still winning actually. You can promote. You're up by 3 pawns in a pawn in game. That's not
The
winning.
king can capture.
All the 3 pawns king will capture. How will king capture everything, mister?
So he capture only 2 pawns.
King can capture. He can go here. He cannot even cross this side. If he comes here and takes, he can't take this because this will promote. So if you have 2 disconnected pawns also, you're winning. You don't need to have your king. You can win with the pawns. But okay, why do all that? Rook g3. The king will follow. Now Arab has to decide promote or not. Finally, he plays rook h3, shielding the pawn. Now the game is practically over because the pawn is promoting. King moves and promotes. Now we don't need to see the rest of the moves.
Sir,
Come on, from here, what is there to
I
see?
want to see him torture.
Okay, let's see how far ahead. Rook moves.
The pawn.
King moves to g2. Oh, pawn is a queen. Sorry.
But the gate's
It's not
down.
fair to promote as a queen.
Yeah, if you keep the pawn, it's illegal. If you don't promote it.
I know.
And here, opponent resigned.
So,
So that's the end. Okay.